What's going on, guys? Audioholics here. I am here. Of course, I am Tyler, and I am here with that thing, whatever
Hi,
that thing is.
hi,
It's
it is me,
very
Logan.
ugly. I'm not sure what it's doing here.
I don't know. See, I've just been like hanging around this call, and he hasn't he hasn't done anything yet.
I don't know. He's
I've just
ugly
been kind
and
of
kind
like
of crap
crashing here, eating potato chips and wiping my ass, and
with the
he's
potato
just
chips.
yeah with the potato chips and then eating them.
All right, so after that amazing intro, we're gonna go into the next 10 pop songs off the top 30 end of the year pop list. If you haven't
Yes,
seen
this
the
is
first part,
part two, as you probably
yeah,
could tell by the title. Now, if you haven't checked out part one,
go
what
do
the
that.
fuck are you? What the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you watching shit out of order? You're fucking weird, man.
You're
Anyway,
fucking mad lads.
fucking mad lad. You're the kind of person who subscribes without ringing the bell. Like,
Fucking metal, dude.
you're the kind of person who you're the kind of person who goes up to an establishment wearing a mask, but it's like one of those weird anonymous Guy Fawkes masks.
Or like, yeah, you see those entirely clear masks online where like you can't tell that it's on. So if you
Just
were
like
at a
get
distance
just
from
get like a
somebody,
Ziploc bag and like cut that open. Just like breathe through a plastic bag. I'm sure that won't kill you.
speaking of things that most definitely won't kill you, let's talk about some pop songs.
Yes.
Starting with, of course, Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles. All right,
Charlotte.
so there was some cool guitar in this song, and it's pretty well done in overall instrumentally for a pop song. I should specify for a pop song. It is pop though, so it still sounds a bit artificial. Overall, definitely above my expectations, but I'm still not huge on it. I'm definitely not huge on the hook. I think the hook fails on 15 different levels. But it doesn't completely ruin the song for me. It's still a decently enjoyable pop track. There's more I wanted from it.
Yeah, I think I was just a little bit more disappointed than anything because I honestly really like Harry Styles in his solo career specifically. I'm not a huge One Direction fan. Maybe I should go back and listen to some of the One Direction stuff because, like, yeah, it's like, I, like everybody else at the time, kind of thought it was vapid boy band trash, but maybe there's something else to it. I don't know.
There's not.
Okay. But,
There's
like,
not.
I like songs like Sign of the Times and even, some other songs, one of which we will get to later on in the list. But this is just disappointing. This is one of those like Harry Styles. I always appreciated him because he didn't feel as much like a trend follower as many other pop artists, and that's kind of what drew me to him. Like, he would release songs in the traditional sense. It's not like most of these songs where you have like 30 seconds of a song that are good for TikTok and not much else. This is like most of the songs are either consistently good or at least consistently mediocre. There's not really like a 30-second gap of good and then the rest is just filler. I can't say that about this song. This is one of those songs that is stupid for the sake of being notable. Like a lot of songs are, and that's a fairly recent trend. It kind of started with like it kind of started in the 2000s, so I guess not entirely recent. But like you had songs like "Crank That Soldier Boy" or like "Anaconda," songs that are really stupid but notable, so they got really big. This is kind of one of those songs, and I think it would have gotten big even if Harry Styles' name wasn't attached to it. I like the instrumentals, and it's definitely a cut above some of the other songs we've talked about so far and will talk about later on. But I'm not mad. I'm just really disappointed. I expected way better from this guy.
Well, I did not expect much out of this next artist because their names are Iman Beck and Saint Chin. I'm not saying
Jin.
John, it's Jin
Yeah.
because there's no O. This is a song called Roses, and this song is very, very annoying. The vocals are super grating to listen to. I don't understand why they mixed them the way they did. I'm absolutely
Yeah.
not a fan at all. The electronic elements do somewhat work. I just wish somebody talented carried this song instead of whatever the hell her vocals were. I'm just like, that's what it comes down to. I'm just so confused about what they were thinking with these vocals. Anyway,
Yeah, this is just straight garbage. Um there is really no redeeming value in this song other than the fact that it does in fact end at some point. I guess it's decent enough for TikTok, but I'd
I
rather
don't know.
listen to just about anything
I do
else on
think
this
the
list.
electronic elements of the song worked. Like if you pay attention to the background, less so the vocals, like you could hear a good
No.
song
I mean,
potentially
I don't know.
forming.
Maybe I
But
need to listen to it again to hear that, but this is just straight garbage, and I don't even think you're going to argue with me too much on
no, no. So let's move on to Billie Eilish, Everything I Wanted. So, you know what you were saying earlier about not being mad, just disappointed? It's kind of
that.
how I feel
Yeah.
with this one. Honestly,
Mhm.
I really like Billie Eilish. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed her debut album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? I think there was some really, really great music on that record, groundbreaking stuff. And this song just does not hold the same magic to me. I'm not a fan of the melodies in this song. They don't grab me very much. I don't even really like Billie's performance on this one. She doesn't really sound like, it's still obviously her, but like her performance is more generic. It's not as much ingrained in her style. And I hope she doesn't keep going that way because I feel like she's going to abandon everything that made her unique. Also, the part of Billie Eilish's music that I usually look forward to the most, the instrumentals or lack thereof, I guess, since it's so electronic, what even was that? That it was garbage. Really, just not a very good song at all. I can see what she was going for, but I'm not a fan. Not everyone is going to be a hit. I'm just saying, going forward, I really hope she doesn't have many more misses, or I'm probably just going to fall off the Eilish train myself.
So I kind of said the same thing, but I came at it from a different angle. Like him, I used to like Billie Eilish. I actually wrote an So, for those who don't know, for a little while, I actually wrote for an independent record label, and I would interview different artists. And one of them did a cover of a Billie Eilish song. I can't remember which one it was, but
Bad guy.
uh, I don't know. It was a little while ago. I don't think it was. I don't think it was. That doesn't sound familiar. But
Okay.
um, like what? Maybe it was like When We Were Dead or so. I don't know. That sounds maybe familiar. Anyway, so as a result, I had to listen to Billie Eilish, do some background research, and see sort of how it compared to the cover. And I appreciated Billie Eilish for what she was. I didn't really like her, but I felt like she and Post Malone were the two real trailblazers. That and I guess Future as well. They were the three trailblazers of people who really kind of pushed the industry. Um like whether you like those styles or not, they can definitely be controversial to some. You can't argue that they're being unoriginal. They created their own niches, and they are and they are all three going to be very highly influential going forward. This is the angle I come at from this Billie Eilish song. I think her bag of tricks has just run dry at this point. I think that she needs to do something new or she's going to fade into irrelevancy by 2022. I think she won't live to see that year if she doesn't do something spectacular in the new year, 2021. It's just, I like her style. or I at least appreciated it, but I'm bored of it now. Like, I like the minimalist, or I like the idea of this minimalist sound. Post Malone kind of did a similar thing in the rap world, but Billie Eilish, she can't just lean on that. No matter how impactful the lyrics may be, which are, you know, like, part of this may also just be that I'm completely jealous that she's 18 and I'm 22 and she wrote something 10 billion times better than I ever could. But more to
Actually, I
the
think your
point,
brother does most of the writing.
oh, well, how old is his brother?
I don't know. He's a bit older. I think like 26 or something.
Okay, well then fuck Billie Eilish. Anyway,
She's just
um,
former, I think. I don't know for sure though, so don't take my word as gospel or anything. But I'm pretty
anyway,
sure he writes most of it.
yeah, but I don't know. I'm disappointed, but more so, I'm just wanting to see what 2021 brings because it could, depending on where she goes in her career, I expect to see a ton of Billie Eilish or no Billie Eilish. It's one or the other. She has to do something. She can't just release the same album a third time. This is like the pop equivalent of Greta Van Fleet. You can't just release the same album two, three times and expect to sustain a career off of it. You
Okay,
have to
but she's
do
only released
something
one
new now.
album. She only has a debut right now.
Oh, so was this just released as a single? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Anyway,
know. I don't think this song holds the same magic as the debut, and you might be right. She might just fade out, and
I
that would
think
be a
she
shame because
I
I
I,
think
I
she's
think
really
she has
talented.
the and I don't want that to happen because she, and again, people like Post Malone are the true trailblazers of 2020. They are the people we will probably look back on in 2030 if we live that long.
All right, so moving swiftly along to Intentions by Justin Bieber and Quavo. God, honestly, dude, Justin Bieber truly has the Midas touch. Everything he gets anywhere near turns into hot garbage. This song is actual trash. I don't understand why Bieber seems completely incapable of making a single decent fucking song. Just fuck this song. I have nothing more to say about it. Just fuck this song.
Justin Bieber has been an absolute roller coaster throughout my entire life. He is capable of writing some decent stuff. Is it too late now to say sorry? I liked that song.
I like Love Yourself. I always thought that was really funny.
I don't remember
It was
that
written
one.
by Ed Sheeran though, not Justin Bieber. He
I
just
don't remember that one. But you
why
know,
don't you love yourself or something like
there was
that.
like another really big song by Justin Bieber that was off that same album as Let Me Love You, but oh yeah, Let Me Love You, Is It Too Late to Say Sorry? Both of those songs. Even Baby, I can kind of look back now and say like it might not be as bad as we said it was. It's bad,
Oh
but
no,
it's
it's
bad, but like in the same way the Jonas Brothers were bad. It's just too saccharinely cutesy to be taken seriously. But like,
oh, you got more to say?
yeah, I have more to say. Look, the lyrics are extremely vapid in this song and uninspired, and overall structure is just terrible. Here's the main thing. The biggest crime is just it's generic. Moreover, I think 2020 more than ever just shows Bieber having a massive identity crisis. He has no idea what he's doing. Songs like Yummy, for example, try to show this more sexual side of him. Like, oh, he's a down and dirty, sex having kind of guy, you know? He's just he's just a find him, fuck him, forget him kind of badass motherfucker. But this song kind of takes a step back and kind of just release his baby again. And I guess that's fine for the old school believers who are now in their 30s and have jobs and don't give a shit anymore, but he's capable of doing good music. And I'm rooting for this guy more than I probably should. He is kind of going, he's torn between this YouTube squeaky clean image or this, badass frat boy. And honestly, I'm not even entirely sure either side really suits him that well. He became a born again Christian a couple years ago, in 2016, in fact. Maybe explore that side of, music, or don't, or just find, pick a lane, because clearly you don't enjoy what you're doing. If I'm talking to Justin Bieber as if he was watching this, but I just feel sorry for this guy at this point. He has experienced more in life in 25 years than most people can say they have in an entire lifetime. He's gone from, complete nobody just doing vocal stuff on YouTube to international pop sensation to confused teenager pissing in buckets and getting in DUIs to kind of trying to piece his life back together to having it all fall apart. I think that this is another one of those people where if it doesn't go right soon, he's going to go down a Kanye West-ish egomaniac rabbit hole. And I don't want that to happen. I think that there is a problem. Maybe it might even expand beyond just music or just physical identity. Maybe there might be something more deep that I don't see. I feel like this person has emotions. I feel like he has something bigger than he is letting off. I just think he either A, doesn't know how to express it, or B, doesn't want to express it, or C, maybe can't express it because he thinks it won't sell or because the record label won't let him. I don't know. I feel like there is more to this person than he is letting on.
Alrighty then.
So let's talk about something that I don't have any sympathy for.
Well, before we move on, I just want to say I think that the biggest problem Justin Bieber has, and the thing that I've been saying for a long time, is just that Justin Bieber is what you get when you take a talented guy with no talent and you give him everything. Now, what do I mean by that? Justin Bieber was born a good singer, basically. He had a great voice and he did covers on YouTube and he was just amazing as a kid.
Yeah.
But he has no musical chops. So when you throw him into the pop world and you make him write music, or even people write music for him, it just doesn't work. And that's kind of what we've seen. And now like he's writing some of his own shit and it's always terrible. He wrote Baby, that song sucks. He wrote Yummy, that song sucks.
He
The only
wrote
good songs
those?
he has, I believe so, are songs that other people write for him. This is what you get when you take a talented guy with no talent and you give him a platform. Justin
Yeah,
Bieber has no
exactly.
place to
Like
be.
like I think it basically kind of started down this rabbit hole as soon as he hit puberty. Because by
Yeah.
that point, I don't think he was able to sing. And obviously, the bigger picture of puberty, you start, you know, getting rid of that squeaky clean image, and you want to, feel yourself and be more than just this flash in the pan. You start having sexual thoughts, serious sexual thoughts. But like I his voice was good because he hadn't hit puberty yet. He could hit higher notes. He could hit them much smoother. He could sing just more smoothly. He can't do that anymore. He needs to be retrained. I think he could be a seriously good vocalist. He could be a seriously good songwriter. I think he just needs to learn how to do it. And either maybe he feels he's above having to relearn how to sing, because I mean, like, he could, you know, release an album of him shitting in a jar and it would probably chart. Like, that's the power Justin Bieber has at this point. He's one of those mega idols, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
which, you know, caught a lot of the critics off guard, caught me off guard. I never thought in a million years. If you told me in 2009 that I would be talking about Justin Bieber in almost 2021, I would have laughed in your face. I would have told you no way he's going to be relevant for 12 years.
I thought the same thing, but like every year he
Everybody
releases some
thought
shit.
so. Everybody says like, "Oh, this is going to be the end of Bieber."
It never is.
There is no end to Bieber. He is a phenomenon and he always will be. But he can do so much better. Anyway, this has been a long as fuck rant.
Yeah. All right. So let's just move on then. Roxanne by Arizona Zervas or whatever. These fucking rappers are so desperate to come up with their own mouth sounds. It's getting ridiculous. I thought Okur was stupid, but bird sounds? Bird sounds.
Okur?
Okay.
I don't know.
Enough's enough. Yeah, it's a Cardi B thing. Enough's
Fair.
enough, guys. Oh yeah. The actual song starts after that. It sucks. It's about a hooker, I'm pretty sure. I don't really care though, because it's a bad song. All of these rap tracks sound the exact fucking same, and that's my issue with this style of modern rap. It all meshes together because it's all the fucking same.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, this is unbelievably bad.
It's bad.
It is offensively bad. Just the first 2 seconds, I was offended by every single moment of it afterwards. This might actually be one of the worst songs I've ever heard, period. Pop 2020, just period. This is one of the worst songs I think I have ever heard. There are many bad songs I've heard, but I think at least in the pop world, you get the idea a lot of the time of why they got big. You know, in 2020, maybe it's because of TikTok. Maybe it's because it's attached to a much bigger name. Maybe it's, you know, because it strikes a chord with some group of people that I could never feasibly understand. I have no idea how this got big. This, like who the fuck? Arizona Zervas. Has this guy been around for a while? I only just heard of him now.
I've never heard of him.
I've never heard of him either, but he did Roxanne. It doesn't really work for TikTok because it's specifically about one person. So unless you're making a TikTok about somebody named Roxanne, it doesn't work. It's not a good stripper anthem. It's not a good like ghetto rap anthem. Just I don't understand how this got big in any feasible sense. This is just a terrible SoundCloud rapper that I guess just won the lottery and was like, okay, well, I'll just be Future because that's big.
That's what all these guys are doing.
Exactly. And like it doesn't even work on TikTok. I hate this song, and I hate the fact that I'm going to have to see this now in my search results when I look for the much better Police song.
Well, all right, let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion again with her hit Savage.
Ugh.
All right, so this was a TikTok meme, obviously, possibly the biggest TikTok trend that exists. As far as rapping goes on this list, it's not the worst, honestly. It's got a pretty decent beat, and the flow really isn't that bad either. Lyricism isn't top tier, obviously, but it's not terrible. The hook is also pretty catchy, honestly. It does get annoying after a while just because you've heard it a billion times because of TikTok. But if you really take a step back and judge it on its own merit, it's not a bad hook. It is catchy. It's gonna get stuck in your head. It has a nice groove to it. I do really hate savage as slang. Like whenever I hear somebody describe themselves as savage these days, all I can picture is some 11-year-old calling himself savage for refusing to clean the dishes. I'm so savage. So it's just kind of cringy for me now, but either way, the song for me was actually pretty enjoyable, arguably too short. I would have listened to a longer song.
Wow. Are you serious? You would listen to more of this?
I would.
Okay, first of all, I literally wrote in the notes after Megan Thee Stallion's name, what a stupid name.
It is a stupid name.
The Stallion. You know, this is what I say. If you have to write a song bragging about how badass and street you are, you're probably a giant pussy and I could kick your ass.
Probably.
Also, being moody is not a good thing and never will be unless blues is immediately following it. Dude, this song is just terrible. It's like everything WAP wasn't. It's not edgy. Like I don't know. I don't know what niche this has. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. It's a TikTok meme, and I guess it has the memorable hook, even though it's just terrible. How do you like this? Like, honestly, I thought you would hate this more than I did.
I mean, maybe it's just because I was 15 songs into listening to pop and my brain was dead, but like I've listened to it after. I also think it's about the version you listen to. If you listen to the remix sucks ass. The original's way better. It's much more minimalistic. Not all this shit
Oh,
going on in the background.
I don't know what version you sent me, but that could change. Like I
I
don't
think I
think
put
that
the original on the playlist.
I just like hate. I honestly, I just hate the lyrics. Like, okay, fine, you're cool, you're badass, whatever. I'll accept
Yeah,
that.
but that's every rap song,
Moody?
though. If you dock points
Oh,
for
no, no,
this
no,
one,
no,
you
no,
gotta
no, no,
dock
no, no,
points
no,
for
no, no,
every
no, no,
rap
no,
song.
no, 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 no. Moody. How is that a thing to be proud of? Moody isn't a good thing. Moody is your girlfriend on her period.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say the lyrics were top tier, but if
Okay,
you
it's not even
disregard the
top
lyrics, it's
tier.
not a bad
It's
song.
not even top tier. How can you like defend again, going back to WAP, how can you say like WAP is the absolute worst thing ever and then just give this a pass?
Because WAP is just worse in every way.
No,
This
it's
has a
not.
better hook. This has better flow.
No,
This
it
has a
doesn't.
better beat.
No, it doesn't. At
It
least WAP
does.
kind of tried to accomplish something. This
Are you serious?
exists.
You think the beat in this song is worse than the one in WAP?
Yes. I think
How? The one in WAP is probably the worst beat I've literally ever heard in my life.
at least I will remember it in 2021. Whether that's a
Because
good
of
thing
how
or not,
bad it is.
yeah.
That doesn't make it better than Savage's beat. I think Savage's beat is actually pretty good. Like if you
No,
got
it's
a
not.
truly talented rapper like Eminem over that shit, you would get a really good song out of it.
I don't know, maybe, but just like fuck this song. Anyway,
All right, so
number
let's move on to
14.
the next one, and we're gonna have the complete reverse on this one. I hate this fucking song. It is Dance Monkey by Tones and I hate this song with a goddamn passion. The vocals are goddamn cancerous. She literally sounds like a dying monkey trying to sing. Honestly, it is literally physically painful for me to listen to, even when I'm not taking it seriously at all. Her vocals are just so fucking atrocious. It is a catchy song, and that's probably the part that pisses me off the most. The whole thing is fine, except for her fucking terrible, just unbearable ass vocals. Also, I don't really like the beat, but that's neither here nor there. It's bare bones, but it's not offensive. And if the vocals were good, it would be a forgivable song. I could at least tolerate its fucking existence. But literally, any other singer on planet Earth would have made this song a billion times better. Just take whatever the fuck those vocals are off of it. Garbage.
Yeah, I actually have this song in my Spotify playlist. Yeah, I think it's actually pretty good. So, okay, there's a lot
Defend
to
it.
uncover with this song.
There is not. It's a stupid song.
Yeah,
Dance for me. That's the whole song. What depth is there to cover with this?
there's not depth. I mean, more so just defending the haters, the people who don't wash properly. Anyway, this is one of two songs I would actually listen to outside of this list. And we will get to the one a little bit later on. But I think the hook, the overall structure, I think is pretty good. And to get the monkey off my back real quick, the vocals are bad but unique. It reminds me of Macy Gray, if you know who she
Okay,
is.
but like me shitting in a toilet would be unique. That doesn't make it good or bearable to listen to.
I don't have a problem with it. It must just be you.
Maybe because the first time I heard this song, I nearly actually barfed. I was not joking. It is physically painful for me to listen to this song. It gives me a headache and it makes me nauseous.
Well,
I'm not even joking.
I think that might be something you want to talk to a therapist about, Tyler.
I fucking hate this song so much.
Again, it's sort of like Louis Capaldi, where it's sort of bad in the traditional sense. And like, don't get me wrong, bad vocals for sure exist. And I've heard them, like Justin Bieber, for example, bad vocals, even though, again, going back, I say he could have done better. But like, bad vocals exist. Bad, unique vocals at least hold a special place in my heart for being unique. Again, going back to somebody like Macy Gray, I Try, for example.
Okay, but like at least say you're ironically listening to this song. This isn't an actual jam for you, is it?
So anyway, moving on, I need to give a special fuck you to all the racists out there giving Tones and I shit for sounding black even though she's white. You can't sound black any more than you can taste the fucking rainbow, all right? What should he have
Okay.
sang
Objection.
like?
Objection.
What should he have sounded like? Should he have
Objection.
sounded more like a crooner, like Elvis?
Logan.
Even back then, they thought he was black until he arrived on TV. So
I have one word for you to debunk your entire argument. Cleveland from Family Guy. You can sound black.
No, you
Cleveland's
can't.
voice actor was white.
Okay, well, still, like, like, yeah, he was white and he played a black person, but like,
And he sounded black to the point where people didn't believe he was white. They were so convinced he's black.
okay, but like,
and also he got kicked off the show because he's not black.
Okay, but like that's more to do with a white person shouldn't be playing a black person. I'm not going to get into that.
Okay, but the point is that he sounds black.
I'm not going to get to
entire argument.
He sounds like some black people sound.
Okay, I guess that's fair. There are some black people.
There are like okay, like listen to somebody like I don't know, like there are black people who sound all sorts of different ways, and
well, yeah,
like saying like and like saying that somebody sounds black is quite literally a page out of the KKK's playbook. Like,
okay, but you say things sound white all the time.
Yeah, I'm joking.
You think people who say that she sounds black aren't?
Yes, I don't think they are. I think they're legitimately giving her shit that she doesn't deserve.
I've never seen anybody complain about this song off the basis that she's trying to be black but isn't.
You are.
Who?
That's what you were. In like not in this podcast, but he has
I don't think I've ever complained about this song for sounding black. That's a stupid complaint. I don't give a shit about that. Like, I don't care if you're white and you sound black. I don't give a shit about that. Eminem sounds black. I love Eminem. I don't care.
Look, I just and okay, fine. Maybe part of the reason I like this song is because it actually does kind of remind me of an old friend.
An old friend that talked in that way. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm
yeah.
sorry that you
No, no,
remind.
no. Actually, worse. Like I called her on the phone, and I swear to God, I thought she was 6. Like I thought she was like swallowing helium or something.
See you. Like, it's just so bad you can't even replicate it.
Like, okay, the closest thing I can try to compare it to is that "Cash Me Outside" girl from Dr. Phil.
No, like it's worse than that. It's so much worse. I was not joking when I said she literally sounds like a dying monkey. Go online, look up audio of a monkey dying. I promise you, it sounds like her vocals.
Okay, and Whitney Houston sounds like a howling wolf. What's your point?
Wolves are cooler than monkeys.
Hey, wolves don't throw their own feces around. That's badass.
I mean, like, I get the point. I realize she was doing that on purpose to some extent because the song is called Dance Monkey, but that doesn't make it pleasant to listen to.
Anyway, we can get off this topic, but I have one closing thought. Just release a fucking album already, or release something that's as memorable as this. Because I want to follow her career, but if she doesn't have a career, I can't follow it.
Speaking of things that we will not remember, What's Popping by Jack Harlow. Oof, this song is really bad. I don't understand what it is. Okay, so I was watching Todd in the Shadows video, and he talked about this song, and I think he perfectly captures my problem with it. Why do all of these fucking white rappers have to be quirky and unique? What are they? Nice girls? Like, why
Holy
is it
shit, this
so
dude was
important to
white?
them? This dude's white.
Well, I retract my statement. No, I retract my statement. You can sound black.
No, but like this dude is taking a page out of the playbook of Macklemore. Oh, Macklemore had a song about going to a thrift shop, and that was quirky and unique. So now every single fucking white rapper on planet Earth has to go to fucking Sam's Club or some shit. Like, it's just annoying.
Better than
And,
Lil Dicky.
is it though? Is it though?
I mean, sticking your face in a blender and listening to Dance Monkey is better than Lil Dicky, but
Is it though? Like, at least Lil Dicky has his thing, and he's had good songs, or at least
no, he
funny
hasn't.
songs.
No, he
He
hasn't.
has.
No, he
He
hasn't.
has. His
No.
newer stuff sucks ass, but like some of his
Earth,
older
that
stuff isn't that
shitty
bad.
Chris Brown song, like.
Both of those were newer. Like,
So
listen to some. There's
there
a
was an
reason he
identity of
exists.
Lil Dicky
People did
before
find
those
him funny.
songs.
What?
There was an identity of Lil Dicky before those songs.
Yes. He's been around a long time. And like, there's a reason he became a person people know, because he was funny, at least to some extent.
No, he
What
had
did Jack
connections.
Harlow do?
No, he
Nothing.
had connections. That's it.
I just don't understand what these white rappers are doing. Like, do they think that it's fun to listen to them do shit like this? Because it's not. It isn't.
It
And you
just
know what?
sounds.
Furthermore, at least Lil Dicky and Macklemore sound like they give a shit. This fucking guy
Exactly.
sounds more bored than Cardi B. I don't know how many times I got to say it to these fucking people. If you sound bored performing your own music, then listeners are going to feel bored too. That's just the way it is. Sounding bored is not cool. When did people start thinking sounding bored is cool?
Mumble rap. Yeah, that's a phenomenon I'll never understand. But
The one thing I'll say about this song that's positive is that it is very, very short.
yeah, so this is just pretty bad SoundCloud rap to me. Like,
Yeah.
this is bad, but it's like probably not even in the top 5 worst songs on this list. It just sounds like some random dude freestyling on YouTube. And if that was the metric, I would say it's okay. But the fact that it's the 13th best song of 2020,
Well, 13th most popular.
13th most popular song of 2020, I just think that's insane. Like, I don't know, like maybe it's kind of cool in a quirky, ironic way. I didn't really listen to the lyrics all that much because by this point I was just too checked
But
out.
that's
But
what I'm saying, man. Like, why do all of these songs have to be quirky and ironic? And like, it's just annoying at this point, dude. It just
yeah,
is. Macklemore was able to pull it off. You are not Macklemore. Stop trying to be Macklemore. That was my little rant.
okay,
So we good? Moving on?
yep,
All
number
right, so we're
12.
moving on to number 12, which is I Hope by Gabby Barrett and Charlie Puth, whatever.
Puth.
It's far from original, but it works well enough for me. The chorus is enough of an earworm that it's not much of a stretch to say that it would be playable. Charlie Puth also does add quite a bit to the song. I still don't really like it per se, but overall, still one of the least offensive songs on this list for me.
So here's a fun fact. I was actually years ago, I was looking at like some concerts that I might want to look at or that I might want to like go to. Things that might be in the area. And I saw Charlie Puth's name and I was like, what? Charlie Puth? What? Is this like a child's mutant? Is this like a child's magician or something? Like how do you expect to be taken seriously with that name? And if that's his real last name, I feel bad
That's
to the great Puth who got that name because he probably fell down an inkwell or something. It's all right. It's just not really offensive in any way. And people seem to have really strong opinions on this song. I don't
really
understand that. It's basically that one song by Carrie Underwood that I don't remember the name of and I should have actually done research on. But you all know the one. That song where he like trashes the dude's car because he cheated on her.
yeah.
Anyway,
So
um
moving on, we have.
it's fine.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
Yeah, I was just saying that. All right.
So moving
Doja
on,
Kitty.
we have
Doja
Doja
Cat.
Cat, Say So, and this is the last song we'll cover in this part. Honestly, this could get me crucified. I'd understand that, but I kind of really like this song. This must be the ultimate guilty pleasure for me because it's so obviously one of the worst things on this list, but I really couldn't help but just vibe with this song. I wanted to hate it because this is the bitch I'm a cow chick. I wanted to hate this so bad,
What?
but I'm listening to it and I'm like, yeah, this is kind of fun actually. She made a
I
song called "Bitch I'm a Cow." Look it up if
okay.
you want to know.
Yeah, that sounds pretty terrible actually.
She literally was a meme and became a pop star out of it. But either way, I liked this song quite a bit. It's got a really memorable chorus, and it
Yeah,
goes
I didn't have a
what it
TikTok
said.
girlfriend at that point, so yeah.
Either way, I gotta say I was just very surprised that I could not hate this song, no matter how much I wanted to. So yeah.
So, first and foremost, when I first listened to this, I thought it was Ariana Grande. Um, I mean, I think that's a pretty positive first impression because Ariana Grande is,
Good.
well, one of the best vocalists of recent time, probably ever. I actually really like this. I
You too?
really like the slick disco throwback and the funk influenced thing with really good vocals and really strong hook. It doesn't really feel like it's following a trend apart from the obligatory rap section and possibly whatever remains of the everything old is new again craze. But to me, I guess you can argue it gets a little too sexual if you really wanted to be that kind of prude, but I don't really mind that. clearly, because I spent half of the last fucking video defending WAP.
Yeah.
And clearly, most other people don't either, considering it's so high on the list. Objectively, the best song on this list, I would think. And while I would say it wasn't good enough to make me really interested in her and make me want to seek out more of what she did, even though I guess I'll probably have to listen to that bitch on a cow because I'm sure he's gonna send it. But you know, it's not that good, so it's not. I guess it's not on the same level as Dance Monkey, but I don't know. I appreciate what it does, and I guess if I did hear more songs from her in this vein, I would not. I would not mind that, and I think it has the potential to hook me. It just hasn't with this song.
All right, so that's been part 2, everybody. I'm sure this one was much longer than the first one, but
And
we
the
had
third one will be even longer.
I doubt it. I don't have as much to say about a lot of the third one, a lot
Yeah.
of the songs from the third one.
Yeah.
But either way, the first one on the third one, you guys are going to have fun because, yeah, you'll see. All right.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.